No matter how revolutionary or how groundbreaking artificial intelligence is, at its core, it's still just a tool. And a tool's effect is determined single handedly by how we use it. So, to speak of if our children will be powered by AI or if they'll power over it, we have Miss Lina Ashar.
Her conviction in the need for change against the archaic educational practices of the past led to the establishment of the first Kangaroo Kids preschool in 1991. She introduced path-breaking concepts like learner-centric education, research-based curriculum, and practical application of knowledge assimilated, backed by international standards and processes. We welcome you upon the stage, ma'am.
Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning with like lots of coffee-induced good morning that I can hear in your voice. Good morning, everyone. Will our children be powered by AI? Or will our children power over AI? The answer can actually go either way, based on what we in this room decide. Will we allow our children to be passive consumers of knowledge, products, entertainment, games, and technologies? Or will we shift our teaching and learning so that children are active, informed participants, shaping these technologies and shaping the world in a way that serves a collective humanity? What would happen if we placed a higher focus on critical thinking than on history, ethics over coding, emotional intelligence over geography, and self-awareness over anything else? If we do this, we increase the chance of this generation and future generations using AI tools responsibly and creatively, rather than being the victims of AI. Victims of AI? Okay, let me ask you a question in this room and an honest answer. Hands up if you've watched Barbie, the movie. A few honest people in the room have said yes. But without judgment, again, how many of you have watched Barbie? A few more hands up. How many of you are aware that the sale of pink clothes, the sale of anything, has spiked? Victims of AI? We all are victims of AI. Right here, right now, is the attention economy. Teaching kids how algorithms work, how they consciously and unconsciously manipulate and program us is a must. Projects on AI must include how it can manipulate their behavior and how it uses data to sell to them. Let's do research projects. What bias might this algorithm have? Who designed it and why? What data was it trained on? To have kids master over AI, education must make a marked shift from trying to get kids to master their outer world, command of grammar, numbers, and facts, to a command of their inner world, their thoughts, their motivations. Being self-aware and emotionally intelligent must top the charts in our teaching and learning. Use the tools, but also create the tools and create with the tools. Become active shapers of the digital world. Use AI to solve pressing global challenges and to create a future that aligns with our deepest human values. But wait, what are our deepest human values? Do we want our deepest human values to be about consumption, competition, power, and influence? Or do we want to shift our human values that serve and benefit all of humanity by connecting, creating, collaborating, and contributing? Before we learn what is out there in terms of content, knowledge, information, we have to learn what is in here, in our brains, in our hearts, in our bodies. If we have mastery over our inner world, this will be our defense against AI manipulating our emotions, our perceptions, our anything. Okay, can you see a QR code on your table? In the QR code, I've only got for 14 minutes, but in the QR code, you've got lots of information, tools, and strategies that we provide to parents to help them understand inner mastery. So what is this inner mastery? And what are the components of it? 1, understanding and living in alignment with our values. 2, playing to our strengths, shifting the focus on what we can do rather than what we can't do. Imagine report cards that only said your kids are great at this, this, and this, and didn't say anything else. 3, understand our motivations. What drives us? What will drive us intrinsically to learn, to do, to create. 4, mastering our emotions. Why we feel, why we fear. Why in this attention economy are we encouraged to fear all the time? How may we respond rather than react when we have this knowledge? 5, understanding our core needs and how these will affect us based on the choices and priorities we place around these needs. And 6, habits, how to form ones that serve us rather than have ones that keep us stuck. And I just threw one more in yesterday because I realized it was very important after a conversation I had. Agency and autonomy. Now, values. Imagine your values list. I revisit my list every year. And I use my list to guide my thinking, my decisions, and my actions. My top 5 list on this year's list are spirituality, creativity, playfulness, making a difference, and mastery. This is my compass in a world that changes around me constantly. It allows me to remain grounded and have direction in all that I do. AI and other technologies offer so many choices to me every day, from personalized content on streaming platforms to product recommendations. If I can stay grounded in my values, this is what I can use to inform my ultimate choice. In a world where technology can shape perceptions and even influence our personal identity, understanding our core values is crucial. It helps define who we are at our core, separate from societal pressures or algorithmic nudges. Inner mastery gives us emotional and psychological stability and will help our students navigate challenges, setbacks, uncertainties, and the complexities of the modern world. In a world abundant with choices and distraction, the teaching and learning of value, choice, and alignment can provide children with a compass of what truly matters. Ask children, what intention is behind the design of an AI platform such as Instagram? Why, how, and what is its intention in terms of your attention? What is its intention in terms of your attention? Do you want to control your attention and win? Or do you want to allow your attention to be hijacked and to be controlled by something else? I was born with dislocated hips and had multiple leg surgeries. I was allowed to cop out of physical education, something I had no interest in and would have failed at miserably anyway. So I would have hated school, and as I did badly at it, I would have grown to dislike any type of learning, and it would have hampered my self-confidence. During the phys ed class, I was allowed to do the things I loved, to dream, to read, to write. I was also daydreaming in the math class. I had no interest in it, and my parents were too busy to pay it any attention. So a D minus meant nothing to me or to them. Neither did my A plus in English. I had personalized my own learning based on my strengths and my own interests, and continue to do so. Understanding and playing to one's personal strengths is a cornerstone of self-awareness. It also allows me to create a personal monopoly, a unique coming together of my individual strengths, skills, interest, and talent. This can set a child apart from others in the world and in the workforce. Time to do away with science and humanities streams, math streams. Time to give kids the chance of a combination and interdisciplinary learning around their strengths and what interests them. This can lead to novel and unique personal brands. Think of ourselves as a human personal brand and what that could mean. And that then is very hard to replicate. Leonardo was not only an artist, he was not only an engineer. He stood at the intersection of a mastery over both, and this is what made him so unique. If we know who we are, what motivates us, what we're interested in, what is our sense of purpose, we are less likely to be scrolling Instagram or distracting ourselves playing games or binge watching Netflix. In the age of AI, where change will be the only constant, our personal strengths serve as our compass. They guide our journey, ensuring we remain proactive, always learning, always relevant, always fulfilled. We then can harness AI in ways that amplify our capabilities rather than live in a world in which AI diminishes our role. AI may even contribute to human flourishing. I've extensively used AI to create this presentation today. I don't know how many of you remember, but standing here a year ago, before ChatGPT was launched, I had said that asking the right questions or teaching kids to ask the right questions will be more important than them having the right answers. We use AI as an organization to create tailored learning paths for each student, accounting for their individual strengths, interests, and learning styles. By adapting to the unique needs of each learner, education becomes more accessible and engaging, fostering a love of learning. The integration of AI, sorry. The integration of AI in education is not merely a technological shift, it's a transformative approach that places the child experience at its core, aiming for a more fulfilled and flourishing life. Human needs. In an ever-advancing age of AI, there's an increasing push for understanding and catering to the intrinsic needs that define our humanity. This isn't just personal well-being. It's vital for shaping a future where technology will serve us rather than the other way around. Maslow's hierarchy of needs was one of the first models to explain human motivation, but in the context of modern challenges, more dynamic models such as Tony Robbins' 6 Human Needs offers a more comprehensive perspective. I don't have the time to go into all of them, but they are there in your journals. The need for agency and autonomy is a high need for everyone, including students. Ask anyone who feels stifled in a marriage, and it is usually feeling a lack of autonomy and agency. We must give children autonomy and agency over their learning process and allow them to learn to their unique interests and goals and passions. Just look at a marriage. The more one tries to control the other, the less engaged the other one is. The more one gives the other agency and autonomy, the higher the engagement. Outer control hampers inner mastery in marriages, in work, and in schools. Our habits dictate our thoughts, decisions, and actions. Kids must understand that everything is competing for their attention, And habits related to focus and discipline are essential. AI does have the potential to influence our choices and actions, so there is a responsibility to proactively develop habits that align with our goals and values. Okay, so in your journals, there's more about attention and focus, attention management, more about habits of mind and not just other habits. One way is to ban phones, and the other is to teach our students to have power over their attention. I don't have time to go into this, but kids understanding their neurotransmitters are very, very important as well. So the last one I'm going to talk about. Students need inner motivation and drive. They need to make choices about their learning that align with their motivations and long-term goals. We can then remove our academic carrots, the grades, the marks, the rewards, the accolades, knowing that their inner drivers will help our students achieve personal fulfillment and success. This slide was just to compare medical patents that kill patients and standardized learning that is killing learning altogether.